Hey everyone, it's Rhonda. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me. I am very glad that you are here. Today we're taking a look at my junk journal that I made out of a Dollar Tree composition book. I do have that video listed in my playlist, Creating a Junk Journal. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check that out and see how this all came together. I am obsessed with this journal. I absolutely love it so much. I made one for me and for my best friend, and I got smart this time and I made them both at the same time. So it did take quite a lot longer than it normally would have because I was creating two, but I'm really glad that they were both done at the same time and I could move on and be done with this project. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. First things first is this journal charm. I love this so much. I just used beads that coordinated with the color of the cover. So we've got golds and browns and greens. I've also added some rusted keys onto here. I think there's one, there's two, there's another one right there. But I love this journal charm. It's made on a paper clip, so I can just take it on and off as I want to, but we'll go ahead and leave it on right now. This is my cover. I did create this Utah with the arch here on my Silhouette Cameo. Added a little title, Moab Girls Trip. And then also up here, I've got the dates of our trip, which was April 10th through April 14th of 2024. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. I added a Moab sticker up here. This I bought in a gift shop. This journal, when I created it, I didn't leave enough fabric on here for this to come together. The other one that I created, which ended up being for my best friend, I did fix that in there, and I wanted her to have the one that was better looking than this one, so I kept this one for myself. But yeah, I did miscalculate my fabric right there. One thing that I did in this journal that I am absolutely loving is I made a lot of full-size photos. So these are 6x8, which is just about the size of the pages in the composition book. I used some digital stamps. These are from Ellie Edwards, and just put Moab 2024 on there. And you will see this throughout this book. And I love having large photos like this in my journals now. Over here, this is my travel day, so I've got my boarding pass here. I did use primarily, I think almost exclusively, I used 49 and Market. I believe it's the Wherever collection. I think they've got Wherever and they've got Everywhere or something like that. But I think this is the Wherever collection because I loved the colors. They were perfect for this journal because they went well with my photos. So love the papers and the embellishments that were included with this. So this is my boarding pass. Just got some embellishments that I added there. Over here, my screenshot of my flight information. Just added some ephemera from my trip, my claim tag for my bags, and then some of the Southwest napkin. And then my baggage tag over here, and then just some photos. The mountains were beautiful. I live in Colorado. She lives in Salt Lake City. So I was flying to meet her for this girls trip. Now this was something, Moab was definitely not on my bingo card for 2024. It probably would not really have been on my bingo card ever. I'm not a desert person, but she had called me up and said, hey, let's go, meet me here and let's go to Moab. And I was like, okay, why not? I have to say this trip completely changed my mind. I loved every bit of this trip. The scenery was absolutely gorgeous. I would definitely do the big five, you know, Zion and Bryson, all that kind of stuff for sure. Just absolutely stunning scenery. So again, I've just got photos of me flying over there, which is, you know, a quick trip over the mountains. I used my snack bag from my flight and I used that as a pocket, and I just added some more photos from my trip in there. I love how that worked out. And then over here, I've got some screenshots of me our plane actually coming into Salt Lake City. A couple of those, I screenshot those from the Southwest app. My luggage tag or bag tag from SLC. And then I've used a glassine bag behind this picture of us just to do a little journaling on this tag, and that just lives in there. And then these are photos from our trip from Salt Lake City down to Moab. So again, just absolutely stunning scenery. We stayed at the Best Western Plus. This is the Canyonlands Inn in Moab. Just added a sticker here. This was a notice from housekeeping that they had tried to clean our room, but we had a do not disturb on there because we wanted to sleep in a little bit. So they left this, and of course I grabbed it and used it in my journal. This is a map of the motel that we stayed at. Our room key and the room key sleeve are on there. Her husband likes to call us Thelma and Louise, so when we were in a shop, we found these hats that said Thelma and Louise, so we took a photo of us holding those hats and sent that to him. This is a wall in Moab, so I took a picture of that and added it on here. One thing I do collect, actually I collect quite a bit of the same thing on all my trips, but the travel stamps. I love these things. So I grabbed one for Moab, so that is just attached to this page. And then here's where I used a couple large photos again. So I printed one large photo big enough to fit these pages, and I cut it in half. And I've used some digital stamps up here to create the title. This also is from Allie Edwards. This is one of her digital stamps. So I've added that onto here. So, and that's Canyonlands, which was the first national park that we went to. So that's a picture of us there. We did some hiking while we were there. This is the Canyonlands National Park sticker that I got in a gift shop. And then over here, I've created a pocket to fit our maps and the map and trail guide that they give you when you go into the national parks. Canyonlands sign. We went to the visitor center. We're an island in the sky. There's like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 parts to Canyonlands. And they're all very, very spread apart, but we focused mainly on Island in the Sky because it was central to where we were staying. But I've added a tag over here with another tag on top of it. This was funny. We went to take this selfie of us, and the Canyonlands is backwards, if you can tell. So we had a good laugh over that. That was pretty funny. And then just some more photos. Added a tab up here. I also collect the national parks passports. So this is in here, and I've used it to create a flip right there. So I've got photos on the back here. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I take a ton of photos, so I always have to get creative in how I conserve space in my journals. So I'm always on the lookout for ways to save space. So you'll see a lot of that in here. Again, another sticker from Canyonlands. Lots of photos. Another Canyonlands sticker. The hike that we did was Murphy Point Trail, and so I just Googled it and I printed out information about the trail, and then this was us on the trail. This Canyonlands National Park, I took off of a bag that I got in one of the gift shops, so I've done that in quite a few spots. So they had these cute little squares on the bag, and that I thought would be great to add on here. I've added some postcards. So this one is a flip here, just with more photos from Canyonlands. Another Canyonlands sticker there. And then I've also added a receipt. Canyonlands sticker. This 49 and Market paper is the best. I just loved working with it in this. So again, lots of photos. I created a pocket. I do believe I have a process video for putting this one together, but I used the bag that I got. You can see that the squares, this is similar to the ones that I've cut out before. But I cut out the bag because it said Canyonlands on it, and I created a pocket over here. So I've got another travel stamp. This is the Canyonlands one. And then I've added a couple photos on the back of that. I've got just a 4x6 photo of us, and then I added a photo on the back of that. This was cut out of a magazine, so it says Canyonlands National Park. Another thing that I collect is the national park stickers. So this is the Canyonland one, and added some photos on the back of that. And then this was just a strip that I used to add a few photos on the back of that as well. So that all tucks into this pocket. And then we were on to Dead Horse Point State Park, which is this photo. Beautiful, beautiful area. I loved it probably more than I did Canyonlands. I thought it was so beautiful. So there's Dead Horse Point State Park. Again, my sticker from there. This was a brochure that they gave us when we went into the park, so I've gone ahead and added that here, and I've left it so that I can flip it open. I love this because it talks about the legend of Dead Horse Point and how it got its name. So I like that this is open and can be read and can be accessed if somebody wants to do that. Let's see, what do we have over here? Added a receipt here, just more photos. This is the sign going into Dead Horse Point. We've got a postcard again there. Postcards make perfect flips. I pick up a lot of postcards on my travels. Also another sticker here, postcards and stickers, the best thing to pick up. This was another brochure that we got, but it didn't apply to anything, so I just used it as a background on this page. Added a photo here with some embellishments, and then this is my Dead Horse Point travel stamp. And then we were on to Arches. Now, is that the most beautiful, stunning photo ever? I love it. Got the desert and the rocks in the front here with the gorgeous snow-capped mountains in the background. I could not get enough of Arches. It was absolutely beautiful, stunningly beautiful. There's my sticker from Arches with photos, a photo that I took all around the park. Like, I took so many photos of this, and they were just all so beautiful. So I took a couple of my favorites and left them as 4x6s. Arches does require a timed entry, so this is my timed entry ticket, and it's kind of nice because it has my name and the date on there and where we were. So I wanted to keep that, and I just made it a little flip in here. So I've got another photo there. Lots of Arches photos. And then I added this sticker. I did not realize until I got home and went to use this sticker that it was $10. $10 for that sticker. That is insane. I can't believe how expensive stickers are. There's another one there. This is taken from the Visitor Center. Balanced rock. So pretty. There's my Arches travel stamp. And then our map that we got when we went into the park is in this pocket here. My Arches sticker here. I love the 49 and Market collection. Again, I know I mentioned that, but it comes with these cute little envelopes that you can fold. And I just took a photo and inserted it inside of this kind of Polaroid frame, or not Polaroid, but a slide frame, and put it in the pocket. And I love how that turned out. So cute. One of my favorite rock formations right there. Loved it so much. Another postcard here. Cut this out of a magazine where it said Arches National Park. Added some embellishments. Here's my National Park sticker for Arches. This is the passport stamp. So a lot of the national parks have passport stamps. There's a passport booklet that you can purchase, and then when you go to a national park, you can use the passport stamp. I like to just punch out the passport stamps and add them to my journals. There's my Arches sticker again. This glassine bag is a pocket that just holds these two tags. So just more photos, again, trying to conserve space as much as possible. And you can see I left some of the lined paper from the composition book just as a background. Added some washi tape on the side, but I like the look of the composition pages as well back there. Another Arches National Park sticker. There's the smaller passport stamp there. Just lots more photos. Over here I've got a larger glassine bag that holds some more photos. And these were 4x3s. So I just backed them together and added some tabs on there. I think these are from Allie Edwards, actually, her travel collection. But yeah, those just hang out in there. Arches National Park cut that out of a magazine. Some more embellishments over there. I actually used the Arches National Park map that I cut out of a magazine and put that on the back here just as a background for this page. Love how that looks. And then we were on to Delicate Arch. So we knew from the very beginning of this trip that we were going to go to Delicate Arch. We were going to make the hike to Delicate Arch. It's a little intimidating when you get there because it's hard to tell from this photo how far you have to hike up this rock to even get to where the hike actually starts. So these people are teeny tiny because they were way up there and we were way down here, but we did make it up the rock and then onto the rest of the hike to Delicate Arch. It was so pretty. And the hike is one of the only ways that you can actually, it's actually the only way you can get to see Delicate Arch up close. So we knew that we definitely had to do this hike. So just some pictures that I took along the trail. There's another Arches sticker that I bought. And then we made it. We made it to Arches or to Delicate Arch, and it is so pretty. So pretty. There wasn't a whole lot of people up there, so it was kind of easy for us to take photos without a lot of people in it. But normally there would probably be a lot of people, and it's very hot. It is very hot. I would never, ever, ever do this in the summer. It was incredibly hot, and it was April. So just a photo of me at Delicate Arch, and then this actually was cut out of a magazine as well. And then just more photos of the arch, a photo of us together at the arch. And then that was the end of our Arches National Park. The next day we did a Hell's Revenge Hummer tour, and it was so much fun. We had the best time. It was a sunset Hummer tour, and it was absolutely gorgeous. We had so much fun. So this is a picture that I took, again, blew it up to 6x8, added the Hell's Revenge on here, and then this is a picture of the Colorado River as the sun is setting. Picture of us with the Hummer. Sunset photos. This was, I think I Googled Hell's Revenge and put the description of it on here. At Hell's Revenge, there's also a place where they've got dinosaur fossils and they've got dinosaur footprints that are fossilized. So I took a couple pictures of the sign, and it was very hard to tell from the photo where the footprint was. So I just took my pen and outlined it so that I could see a little bit more of the outline of the dinosaur footprint. So just more pictures of gorgeous, gorgeous Utah. More pictures of us at the overlook, and then some sunset photos. And then from there, we were on to the Red Cliffs Lodge. So we are both fans of Sister Wives. If you know, you know what Red Cliffs Lodge is. This is where Christine, who was one of the former Sister Wives, just got married. And it is just outside of Moab. So we drove up there to see the Red Cliffs Lodge and to have lunch. So we had a really beautiful view of the Colorado River here. So these photos were just taken from our table at lunch. Got a flip here. That was our table. And the view, so pretty. So pretty. And then in the basement of the lodge, they have a Western movie museum that has memorabilia from all the Western films that were filmed in the Moab area. And there's a lot of them. So as we were walking through, we saw this poster for Thelma and Louise because there is a portion that's filmed in Moab. So we took a picture with the Thelma and Louise and again had to send it to her husband. So that was the end of our Moab trip. The night that we left Moab, I was staying at her house before I flew out the next morning. So on our way, I took some pictures of the gorgeous mountains. I live in Colorado. Colorado is absolutely beautiful, but there is nothing like Utah. Utah and the mountains are absolutely stunning. And so I did some journaling here because I lived in Utah for 2 years, and that is how we met. So we lived just down the street from each other, and I grew up in Colorado. I lived here almost all my life, but for 2 years of my high school, my junior and senior year, I lived in Salt Lake. So on our way back to her house, she took me through the old neighborhood, and I just did some journaling about how emotional that was. It has been, I think, 36 years, I think I figured, since I have been back to Utah, to our old neighborhood, and it was very emotional. It was very emotional. Those 2 years in Utah were some of my very, very favorite. At the time, I didn't think it was, but looking back on it now, it was the best of times. So we did go through our old neighborhood. I took a picture of my old house. We lived in Sandy, loved Sandy, and just some pictures this is the view actually from the street. And I just wrote, like, how did we ever take this view for granted? Because the mountains were right there. I do remember being able to see the ski lifts from the street in front of our house. So it's crazy how close the mountains are. So absolutely beautiful. But all in all, it was a fabulous trip. I'm so glad I did it. Like I said, it wasn't on my bingo card for things that I wanted to do last year, but you never know. You never know. Life surprises you, right? So yeah, it was just the best trip, and I would go back again in a heartbeat. So there is the flip through of this. If you have any questions, please leave them for me down below. If you enjoyed this video and found some inspiration, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you here. All things journaling, scrapbooking related. Again, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you guys with another video next time. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.